Okay, thank you very much for asking these questions. First of all, I would like to highlight that the democratization process in Turkey is rapidly continuing. And concerning of the 57 journalists in prisons, okay, and I knew some of them personally, and those people in their life, they never ever been done journalism. They just use ID card as journalists, but they do lots of other activities, which is criminal according to Turkish Penal Code and Civil Code. And that's one thing. Secondly, I mentioned in my talk that today there's an independent court in Turkey. And then that is very, very important that in this country, for example, if your county court or district court finds somebody guilty, whatever that person's identity, whether it's a member of parliament, whether it's a journalist, whether it's a businessman, whatever it is, are you going to say that, you know, this district court punished that person because he wasn't a politician? That was the reason, because he committed a crime. He's not being punished because of being a politician. He's not being punished because of the journalist. He's being punished because he committed a crime. That's for sure. And secondly, if we are not going to trust the judge, we are not going to trust the prosecutor, who we are going to trust them then? Okay? And then there's a penal code, and then the judge have to read it. Then according to them, the prosecutor, they have to bring evidence in front of the court. Then the court makes decisions. And if you try to say that, okay, and I could agree, then you say that in Turkey, and the court make a decision according to their desire rather than the law, or according to their being influenced by the politicians or military persons or the rich businessmen, whatever it is, then you say, well, you know, there's a corruption, then you're right. But that's unfortunate, that's not the case. I was in Turkey as Adam before the elections. I just came the 6th of June to Britain, and I visited were high-ranking judge. Okay, I asked this question to them. I said, look, what do you think of it? He said that we received information from prosecutors. He said that people who are the witness, when they're providing evidence because of stress, okay, they, let's say, you know, because of this stress, some of them, the blood comes from nose and mouth. And there's very serious cases in Turkey. Okay, and unfortunately, people say that, well, these are the journalists. And just tell me, what kind of journalism these people have made so far? Apart from using the journalism as pretending they're journalists. Okay, let's say they are advising the military, how they are going to mastermind the populations, then bring the people in the street, they are masterminding the home pages, how they make the propaganda, black propaganda, to bring the people on the street. Is it journalism? It's not, unfortunately. None of these 57 people, they are in prison because of journalism. Myself, I've written articles. Usually I write articles every month or two every month. Okay, I've been taken to the court. The reason is that, okay, they say that you criticize the judiciaries. Sorry, yes, you criticize the judiciaries. And there wasn't anything else there. Okay, then I quit it. You know, what I'm saying is basically, because people are not going to take me to court because I'm the journalist, no, because I insult people, or I criticize the people heavily, or I put blame on them because of there's no reason. Then exactly the same way. We are living in this free society, in civil society in Poland, in Germany, in Turkey, whatever it is. But if you commit a crime, can we say that we immune because of we are journalists? We immune because of we are academic? Can we say we have to be immune because of we are politicians? No, that's not the reason. Whoever commits a crime, they have to face consequences. And in Turkey, that's happening. So that's my answer. Secondly, you said that Gülen movement has controlled the police forces, according to some sources. Okay? I think we have to ask the question, what is the Gülen movement? That is very, very important. Without understanding these, then obviously it is quite difficult to understand the rest of it. Okay, in other words, let's say, if we do not define who are the liars, then it is difficult to trust how much the evidence that person provides. Okay, Gülen movement, it is the reality of the Turkey. That's one. Secondly, this is not an official movement. It's completely voluntary kind of movement. People assume that those people are belong to Gülen movement. When you ask them, I haven't heard that. I haven't got IDs because I belong to those people. There's no official decree. That's one thing. Secondly, and Mr. Gülen is one of the Islamic scholars. He's a Turkish. Okay, then he preached Islam's and Islamic rules and the credentials and the knowledge in the mosque. He didn't secretly thought what he think about Islam in the, let's say, closed doors. Then people listen to him. Okay, he written the books, more than 60 books. People read their books. Today is available. Even some of them being translated in Polish. I'm sure you will read as well. And some of them translated in English and French and Germany, and many languages being translated. So therefore, we have to understand what's the phenomenon. What's the Gülen's advocate? That's the main things. So far, okay, Gülen's advocate peace, dialogue. He visited the Pope, the second, John Paul, in the Vatican. Okay? And many people criticize him that he visited a Christian Pope, although he's a Muslim scholar. Then he's been criticized. In Turkey, today people who criticize him that his people control the police. Question is, who control who? I think what Gülen give the Turkish people, as well as all over the world, they give them to believe themselves, to gain the self-confidence. Then they say that you, if you believe, you will change your world. That's Gülen making. That's the reason his people, or let's say, people who've been inspired by him, they are in Poland, they are in Germany, they are in the United States, they are in Egypt, they are in everywhere. Today, the people, that voluntary organization, I call them as a voluntary education movement. Today, they've been able to open more than 130 countries' institutions. They are the primary schools, secondary schools, universities, kindergartens, and etc. And when we look at these people, when we look at the Gülen teachings, he never ever teach hatred, he never ever teach war, he never ever teach shed the bloods, the others. He always teach the people that love the people because of the Creator. Regardless of their religion, their background, their creed, where they are from. And that is his teaching. And he never ever controlled any institution in Turkey. Neither police, nor military, nor the bureaucracy. Because that is not his aspirations. Just think of it. If Gülen wants to control the Turkish police or Turkish bureaucracy, Turkish military, why on earth Gülen come and open the school in Warsaw? Are going to control the police as well? Why is going to run the school in the United States? He's going to control the military of the United States. Ghana is going to control the, let's say, or Egypt is trying to control the Mubarak's regimes of people. No. What he believed, he said that we human beings, one way or the other, become very much egoistic and materialistic. We forget the God. And that's the reason he said that we are shedding our life, our blood. He said that if we going to create peace islands all over the world, that if people who love the peace, who love the dialogue, who get engaged with other peoples, then he said that we will reach ultimate peace in the world. And he's working with the next generation. He's not working with the current generation. Okay? If Gülen controlled the police, why on earth Gülen so far hasn't set up any political party in Turkey? Do you think he's not going to win more votes than Erdogan? I'm sure he does. Because his aim is never ever in politics. His aim is never ever control any institution, neither Turkey nor any part of the world. Because he very much believe in the humanity, genuine humanity, then believe that that humanity can engage each other, help each other, become together, then fight against cruelty, against injustice, against the, let's say, degrading humanities. That's very, very important. Okay? That people, unfortunately, today in Turkey, you have to look black and white. People say, well, because the police now searching the criminals, why? Because they're being controlled by Gülen movement. What is the, why Turkish government paying them salary to the police? What for? They do the leisure activities? No, they have to run after the criminals. Is that right in this country? You are paying tax. That tax goes to your police. Do you think that the police just getting that salary for their leisure activities? No, they have to run after criminals. That is their job. They have to do it. That's nothing to do. That's completely irrelevant. That's the block of the lies. Okay? They can't find any evidence. And Gülen himself being tried in the Turkish court. They're clear. Because they never ever find any evidence against him. And the Turkish court, because of the previous influence, the, let's say, deep state, they have the judgment in this way. If any prosecutor is not going to open another trial or prosecute another, let's say, case against him next 5 years, then he will be released. What kind of judgment is that? The court has to decide guilty or not guilty. The Turkish court makes decisions. He's not guilty. No, that's not the answer. He's guilty? No, that's not the answer. What is the answer? If next 5 years, another prosecutor will not take him to trial, then he's going to be not guilty. What kind of decision is this? And people appeal against. Then, highest court in Turkey, appeal court, make it a unanimous decision. Unanimous decision. None of the judge, 15 judges, none of them being absent. And none of them against. 15 judges unanimously made a decision that he is not guilty. What else we have to try this man? Are we going to try him in the Polish court? Are we going to try the Scottish court? Are we going to try him in the United States court? He's living in the United States. And what for? So far, this man, okay, he just do two things. One, he written the books. That today you can examine his books. Second, he made a speech. Today everything is recorded. Then you can listen to the speech. What else he done it? He ask anybody else to do something else? No. People just listen to him as a kind of scholars and Islamic teachers, Islamic scholar, and trust him. That's it. And how on earth, if we were any of in Gülen, which way we have to act then? And unfortunately in Turkey, deep state losing the ground because of the demonstrations. And then also the Gülens encourage the people to educate themselves, to educate their children, siblings, then those people educated, not in Turkey, in every part of the world, then those people now they are controlling their countries. Then people, they don't like it. Why? Because last 60 years, they share the incomes of the Turkey among themselves. Now the other people, no, you can't share it. Why? You can't. Okay, I will just give you one simple story, then I'll finish. Sorry. One of the richest holding in Turkey, okay, Koç Holding. Maybe you may have heard that. Also, they have the branch in here. You have Beko? You may have the Beko. Is what dishwashers or the fridge freezers, you can see televisions, etc. That company, or also they produce Ford and Mercedes in Turkey. Okay, and Erbakan was the prime minister. I was working with Tansu Çiller as his